Polettirosa Homestead. Well, the $1,000,000 question was yesterday, and the answer is tomatoes. I am going to be making spaghetti sauce, Polettirosa spaghetti sauce. So I have a whole bunch of these white Thompson tomatoes. Why I keep saying potatoes, I have no idea. These white Thompson tomatoes, and I'm going to show, and some red tomatoes, and I am going to show you a very easy way to get these taken care of. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's where we start. You always need your cup of coffee to start with. Then I have a KitchenAid blender. My husband got this for me about 3-4 years ago. I absolutely love it. And then he got me 2 years ago at Christmas the KitchenAid food grinder. Then last year I got the KitchenAid fruit and vegetable strainer. And that's how I am able to do tomatoes quick. So it comes with a bunch of attachments that I have right here. I feel like Vanna White. So what I need to do is I need to take the mixing bowl off and put that in the front. The first thing I need to do is take the little attachment here, open up the top little slot, put it in, and screw it in. Okay? The next thing I need to do is take the bigger screw attachment, put it inside, and just put it right in there. From there, I attach a little screen thing. Screw that on and make sure that it's done evenly, because you don't want to wear down the edges where you can't use it. And I am so bad at doing this. And I'm going to call in Mr. Poletti to come in and screw this in for me correctly and tightly. Because I can't do it. So I will be right back. Okay, so hubby got it on for me. Then you take the piece. What's going to happen is I'm going to put the tomato into here. You don't cook it. You don't take the skin off. You do nothing. You cut the tomato up in smaller pieces so it could fit in the little hole that's there. The tomato comes down and it goes through this piece right here. Inside is the revolving piece that the tomatoes go round and round, and then the juice and the pulp come out of here. This part, I call it the poop part. This is where all the icky stuff come out. The seeds, the skins all come out this side. So you just put this in here, put it right up on top, and it fits right into place. Then there's a little cover that goes out, goes up right on top of there. This is the piece that when you put the tomatoes in, you go down with this piece and it shoves all the tomatoes out and through. The bowl here catches everything that comes out, the juice. And I need another bowl, and since I'm going to be doing a lot, I do need a bigger bowl today than what I normally have.
Can't put a bowl that's going to push that thing out.
So anything like this. I need a cutting board in order to cut some of my tomatoes up. So here's a board. I got a good sharp knife here that I just washed off. And we'll do our yellow tomatoes first. Isn't that a beautiful tomato? So, basically you just cut the tomato up. You don't core it, you do nothing. You just take the tomato, put it in a little slot up on there. I'm going to put like 2 tomatoes in there. Turn on your machine and push it through. And I need a few tomatoes before it starts coming out. Oh, can you see the little drips? Hold on, let me get a couple cut and I will bring you closer in. Hold on. See the juice coming out? See why I call it like poop? I'm not going to tell you what I think this one is. So I'll keep going here. Hopefully you can see. Cut up another tomato. What I just did was I pushed down blind, so hopefully you can see better. Now, that was this is 2 tomatoes. I did not have to boil them, take the skins off. I didn't have to put them through the mill to separate the seeds and everything. That's it for 2 tomatoes. And let me bring you in closer and show you inside the bowl. Look at all that. And that is what I call the junk that comes out. Okay guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off for a while. I'm going to get these things going, and when I get done, I'll show you what I end up with. Okay, be right back. 15 minutes later, and that whole bowl is done. There is all the pulp and seeds that, well, I should say the skins and the seeds that came out. And look at all that beautiful sauce. And that is in a nice big pot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to start letting it come to a boil and start drawing out some of the water, because I do want to make a white sauce with it. What I did with the blender is I took off some of the pieces, cleaned them up a little bit. I'm going to put it back together again and start the red ones. I'm going to bring you back in because the red ones are done the exact same way. But I want to bring you back in when it comes time for cleaning up the blender. Okie doke, so I'll see you in a while. And like I said, that was only 15 minutes to do all those tomatoes. I'll be right back. Okay, and here is my sauce, the red sauce. Here is the pulp that I got from the red tomatoes. Now let me show you what it's like cleaning up. Oh, and I meant to tell you, the red tomatoes took maybe 10 minutes to do. So we're talking 25 minutes to go from tomatoes to tomato sauce. Okay, we'll be right back and I'll show you cleanup. Okay, cleanup. Basically, you take your top off here, put it in your sink and wash that off. Take this little piece off, make sure there's nothing in it. Now, all you do is you take this, lift it up, and pull it out. Now look it. I don't know if you could see it. Let me try to bring it a little closer. Look at all the pulp that you want still on that. Okie doke. Let me bring you back. So, all you do is you take a spatula and get all that beautiful pulp. Now just take it and put it into your pot. Okay, then this goes in the sink. Your pulp, you could put it in your, in fact I'm gonna put it in compost. I'd like to get some acidity in my compost bin. You unscrew the piece up here. Take this white piece, just turn it out, turn it around, and there's some pulp will always be on it. Now, for anybody that has this machine, I went and picked up at the store a bottle cleaner. One of the homesteaders gave me this idea. And see what it looks like? That goes right in here, and then do you see out the other end? So it's pulling any of that excess yuck that you don't want to keep on out of there. And it makes cleaning up such more a breeze. So I can do more cleaning up on that. And then you just unscrew this piece. And there's some stuff inside. And you just clean that up. But other than that, that's it for cleanup. And it took hours, less time. Okay, I will bring you back when I show you my seasonings and stuff that I put in my sauce to make Polettirosa sauce. And we'll be right back. I wanted to bring you back in quickly. I remembered something I wanted to go over. If you've decided, because nobody knows, everybody's got theories on what's going to happen this year with all the COVID going on. A lot of people are doing gardens. So I am trying to seed save as much as I can. And seed saving tomatoes are totally different from your other things. And that is because seeds are encased in this little gel. And the gel stops them from sprouting. So what you have to do is, it's called fermenting. And I want to do a shout out to Danny and Wanda at Deep South Homestead, because he's the one that really showed me how to seed save tomatoes. First thing that's most important is you need to label your containers, because I will tell you, if you don't label which tomatoes are which, you're never going to know which tomatoes are which. And I do that for all of mine. So what you want to do is you want to get your tomatoes and put them in a plastic little dish. you want to fill them with water, okay? Now what you're going to do is, you're going to put these, I put them in my dining room, because we don't use the dining room. We eat in the living room with our little TV trays. But you want to put these somewhere and leave them for about 7 days. It is not going to look pretty. It's going to have a film on top. It's going to have mold on top. That's fine. In about 7 to 10 days, when you see all that moldy stuff on top and you see a layer on top, you take a spoon and take all that moldy stuff off. When you lift it up in the air and you put it on a paper towel to throw it away, all the seeds that are no good, that are not going to sprout, and all this film stuff will come right off. You turn around and you take it over to the sink, take your little strainer and strain all those seeds. And take your finger and mush it down a little bit. Turn it over, put it on a paper plate, mark the paper plate what it is, let them dry, and then you can put them away. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so these are the ingredients that I need to make Polettirosa spaghetti sauce. So let's start out. We're going to need a heaping tablespoon of garlic salt. We're going to need 3/4 of a cup of chopped onion, 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1.5 teaspoons of pink salt, 1 teaspoon of basil, 1 teaspoon of black ground pepper, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of oregano, 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, and 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. Okie doke, so let's get to it. Now when doing this, I know you can't see my face, hello, but you put the same ingredients that you would in the white sauce as you're going to do in the red sauce. So use the exact same ingredients. So I need to do a heaping tablespoon of garlic. Now that one can't even fit in there. So I just use 1/2 teaspoon because I'm trying to get it inside of here. So I'm going to put 3 of my teaspoons in there. Now you can substitute this for like actual cloves. I do end up putting some dehydrated cloves in there just to give it that little bit of more garlicky sauce. And then I am going to do 3/4 of a cup of chopped onion, but I'm just going to be putting my own onion powder in there. So again, I'm going to put a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now you need your olive oil, and you need 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Just wipe this off. Okay, now I need about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I want to use my Himalayan salt, so I'm just gonna put in a generous amount. Okay, next comes your basil, and you need 1 heaping teaspoon of basil. Black pepper again, I'm just using my thing, so I only need a teaspoon of that. Sugar cuts down on your acid. And what's funny is at the end when I go to can this, I'm going to put a little lemon juice in to bring up the acid. So I know it doesn't make sense. Oregano. I need 1.5 teaspoons of oregano. Parsley, 2 teaspoons of parsley. And these are all the herbs right out of my kitchen garden, so I know they're not filled with anything. And now thyme. You need 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. I just love it. Okay, stir it up. And then the rest is going to be up to you on how thick you want your spaghetti sauce. When it comes time for cooking it, I will then add in my meat. So right now, this is just a gravy. Anything that's called, is it tomato sauce, is it tomato gravy? This is called tomato gravy because I'm not adding any meat to it. But I still say sauce, so. Sauce without meat. And right now, it's still too watery, as you can see. I like mine thicker. And then what I do sometimes after I'm done with this is if I want some jars, because it's going to come a little bit on the chunkier side. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll put this in the blender and blend it down and make it real creamy. Now at the same time, if you want, you can add some cheese to it so that it's a Parmesan, tomato sauce with Parmesan. It's totally up to you, whatever you feel like doing. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for visiting the Polettirosa Homestead. I hope you liked the video. I can't tell you what's going to be tomorrow. It all depends upon when I go outside. More than likely, it's probably going to be peppers tomorrow. But we'll see. Every day I'm trying in the month of August to preserve something. I'm following 3 Rivers Homestead. They put out the challenge to preserve something every day in August. So I'm trying. Don't know if I'll get there, but I am going to try. Yesterday, I did 2 quarts of some mixed fruit. And then I did 2 quarts of peaches. And then I did the powder. Okie doke. Have a great day. If you haven't yet subscribed to the Polettirosa Homestead, my name is Donna, and I'd love to have you come join us. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, we're all done here with our fruit powder. Here is the one that I made that's got peaches, pears, pineapple in it. I have one here that's apple. And I have a raspberry. These are wild raspberries that I got in on the land, on the property here. These are great to put in your smoothies, shakes on top of ice cream. have a tea and add some fresh raspberries to it. Great ideas. How you know it's done? Well, I've got raspberries here in my hand. What you want to do is just take some, go like this, and if none stick on your finger, they're done. And as long as it stays in the powdery format, that it doesn't go into like these big chunks, you're good to go. One thing that you don't want to forget, and I forgot it in this one, is oxygen absorbers. You want your shell, you want it to last long. So make sure you put some oxygen absorbers in it. I did it in the other two, forgot this one. It takes out the oxygen. And then make sure you screw it on really tight. And that's it for today's video. Today was day 8, August 8th. Three Rivers Homestead put out a challenge to preserve something, no matter how small it may be, every day for the month of August. Today's day 8. I'm hoping to continue with this. We will see how far I can get. But there's today's video. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I hope you will. I'm Donna from the Polettirosa Homestead. I live on 50 acres and we grow all our own vegetables, herbs. We're getting into some other things like horseradish, teas. I'm working on it little bit by little bit. We have no farm animals. We're a little bit too old for that right now. And we have a lot of coyote, bear, bobcat. So I don't want to lose farm animals. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet done so, if you have a friend that may be interested, please refer them to come on over. I'm trying to grow my channel like everybody else is out there, and I'm still small. So anybody that you could refer to come on over, it would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.